Brick Mansions. It's a goofy one, fellas.
Goofy!
Alright, so Brick Mansions. This movie stars Paul Walker and David Bell in a movie. It's about action, really. This movie was very confusing for both of us. We both didn't know what was happening the entire time. It looked like it was just going to be a shoot-'em-up video style action movie, and it turned into some political disagreement between the good guys, the little guys and big guys. It was a big confusing mess, and while it's Paul Walker, one of his final films, so it's kind of tough to watch to know that he's gone. He's a great actor, but I mean, this movie, what do you have to say about this? Because I can't really come up with the words for this movie.
Awful. Plainly awful. I mean, this movie was all over the place. You thought one thing was going to happen, but it wasn't necessarily a good thing, as something else happened, and it just took too many twists and turns, and it was so confusing in this movie.
Yeah, they tried to have a plot, but their original plot wasn't very good, so they tried to make a better plot. That one was worse. And it just kept twisting, like every few seconds someone's like, hold him up, to everyone. No one was on the same team in the end. Everyone's on it. I mean, I don't know what the plot was in this movie.
Well, there's a lot of good fight scenes in this movie, but
you saw them all in the trailer.
Yeah.
Honestly, you saw the cool scenes, the 3 to 4 cool scenes in the movie that I can say would be cool in a good movie. You saw them in the trailer.
Yeah, and a lot of them included a lot of CGI, a lot of slow-mo.
Yeah.
And just overusage
like
of
watching
noises
the Batman
and
video
stuff.
games.
Yeah.
I was watching the Batman video games, the fight scene. They stop it, they rewind it 3 times to let you see it from all different angles. I mean, it's cool in the video games. In the movies, you expect a lot better than just obvious CGI.
It reminded me of a jacked up Adam West Batman show back then. Pow, whack. I mean, this thing was all over the place, slow-mo, whoa. It was just combined. It used the Matrix technology too much. And we've seen that by too many movies so far, and so it was kind of getting old.
Yes.
There's pow. I mean, like I said, you didn't even care about the plot in this movie because I didn't really know who to root for in this movie.
Yeah, by the end you're just like, so who's the good guy now? You just don't know. And this movie is just, you've seen all the slow-mo before. It was cool in the beginning. Now you're like, okay, move on. They don't move on. Every fight scene contains slow-mo. Every 5 minutes there's a fight scene. Again, you saw the cool parts in the trailer, so nothing's new here. And the bad guy, Arza, whatever he calls himself, the actor, never been anything good. He's not good in this movie. Okay, they introduce him. He's doing something, and you're like, okay, that's a weird but okay villain introduction. And then about 20 minutes later, they come back to meet him again. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
it's like
Tremon.
What the heck? Tremon?
Tremon.
That's his character. I mean, you're doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, ooh, this recipe. Stop. You already introduced it like that. Don't bring it up again. It was bad. You brought it back. The whole movie's like repeats itself over and over again.
Yeah, and there's a lot, kind of some boring parts. Especially in the first 30 minutes of this movie, it was very slow.
First 30 minutes, I thought this was going to be the worst movie I've ever seen. It was just so bad. Luckily, when Paul Walker came in, I mean, he's a good actor. He's fine in the movie. I mean, it's tough to critique him, but, I mean, he was fine. When he came in, the movie picked up a little bit, but not much. I mean, he couldn't save this movie. This movie was bad from when it got pitched. Plot was bad. Characters were bad. The camera angles were horrible. The fight scenes were impossible to follow with all the slow-mo and everything. It was just a mess.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think there was some definite frame issues in this movie. I don't know if it was meant to be or what, but it just felt like some of the frames would be like super slow, and then they would add in a fast one, and it would just like change everything. It was really, really strange. And again, there's some really bad CGI in this movie, and just pure boringness at times. And the plot didn't even matter to me. And then
you don't care by the end. You don't care. The ending was better than I thought it was going to be. Still wasn't a good ending. Better than I thought, so it does get a little better. But overall, there's no character development. You don't care. You don't care who wins. You don't know who to root for. You can't follow it. So what are you going to give this movie out of 10? A 10?
No. Can't give this thing a 10. In fact, I can't even give it half a 10. I'm going to have to give this movie a pitiful 2 out of 10.
Yeah, it's that bad. If you don't believe it, I mean, don't watch it. I'm not going to recommend it. For our scale, I'll give it maybe on Redbox if you have nothing to do on a Tuesday. You should watch this movie, but it might be entertaining. But otherwise, out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and say what I saw. I'll go ahead and give this, whatever, a 3.5 out of 10. Really, who cares? I mean, the action's okay. You saw it all. Paul Walker is fine. Overall, I mean, I'm gonna say skip it. Skip this movie. Don't see it.
Before we end
Stop
this,
yourself.
do you know what this movie reminds me exactly of?
What?
The Wolverine. That movie reminds me of totally this. Too many stupid fighting scenes, and a bunch of people that are just pointless to the plot.
Yeah, you know what this was missing that the Wolverine had to make it watchable? A character we care about. We don't care about anyone in this movie. The Wolverine, we know we're supposed to root for him. Okay, he's a good guy, he's a bad guy. This one, everyone gets intertwined, you don't know. So overall, alright, this is a bad movie, but J&J Reviews, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment and subscribe below for more. Brick Mansions, have you seen it? Are you going to see it? You shouldn't, but did you, and did you like it? Make sure to comment that. And J&J Reviews,
Signing out.